Hi, Sydney. This is Dora. It was nice talking to you this morning. So this is what I was talking about for the video. Let me just go over it a little bit. It looks like it's glitching a bit. That would probably be my computer because I have so many different things open. Let's see. Close a couple things down. That'll make it a little better for you. So, first of all, I'm going to show you where I started, and that is by just doing a search in Denver for painting, house painting. And oops, sorry, scrolled too far. Wanted to let you know that the ideal place for you to be would be in this map pack. And the reason that you want to be there is because most people will just click on one of these three businesses and, they won't move down to the next one unless they've either had a bad experience or they maybe can't get a hold of somebody. The way you do that is you just make sure that your Google business page has lots of citations and make sure it's optimized. And that will help you to get into the map pack. But there are also the organic results, which is down here. And a lot of people will go to these as well. So here I found that, Paint Denver seems like it's probably your biggest competitor. So I'm going to kind of show you what you might be able to get if you were just to do a couple of things. So just looking at your website, it is nice. I love all this. It looks like they're putting out a fan. It looks really nice. Excuse me. And you've got examples as well. So it looks really nice. I wish you lived in my area. I would have you come and paint. Anyway, the one thing that I would really recommend would be that you have a little bit more content on your site. So the reason that I say that is because when Google sends out its crawlers, they don't just see if you have relevant information. They also count how many words you have. And right now, in order to get on and stay on the first page, you probably would need about 1,500 words of content. So that's one thing you can do to upgrade. And then let's just look here again. I don't know why it's just this one page that's kind of going wonko, but it's good that you have a call to action here for clicking. The one other thing that might work really well for you, sorry, I have the hiccups now too, is if you had a small form towards the top of the page. The reason I say that is because a lot of people don't want to talk on the phone. So if they can fill out a form and give you a little information, sometimes that'll help. You'll get that lead and you can, get back to them in whatever method they prefer. So let's look at your competition, and it looks like, their website is very similar, although you can see that they do have that form up here for a quote, and the call to action as well. It doesn't appear that they have much more content, but they do have a little bit more. So if you were to go ahead and have more content, that would help you to move ahead of them on the organic results. So there's a couple of other things you can do too. So this is kind of like looking in through the back door at your website. And your domain rating right now is a 0.1, and that's basically the power that your website has. The URL rating is a 4.3, and that describes the trust that your website has. So those will come up naturally over time as these other things are done, and that will help you rank higher also. So one thing that's important are backlinks, and so that just means that somebody else maybe they've given you a shout out, said you did a great job, and then left a link to your business on their page. Sometimes it's directories. Anyway, it's a link that people can either copy and paste or that they can click on, and it comes back to your website. So that's why it's important to have backlinks, because they will also bring power. So as you can see, this one, you've got a DR, they have it too, of 90. And so that 90 starts bringing a little bit into your website too. That's why you don't have a 0 for power. You actually do have a 0.1. So you can get more backlinks. I'll show you how in just a second, but let's just compare a little bit just to look at, Paint Denver's numbers. So, their power and trust are a little higher. Maybe they've had their website longer or been around longer. You can easily get there too. They have a pretty good gap between their numbers. Ideally, you would have like a 1-to-1 ratio. For some reason, the Google crawlers really like that too. So, but the reason that they're probably beating you is because they do have almost 4,000 backlinks. Now, not all backlinks are created equal. So it's quality over quantity when it comes to backlinks. So if you can get some of the higher powered ones, like 50 and above, then that will help you to move ahead of them. So you just go through all these links and you just click on them, and then, if it's a link that anyone can use, then you just fill in your information and then you have that link as well. Now, I know there's a lot of them, but that's how you do it. And that will help you bring in more business. And then let's look at keywords. So you have 8 keywords, which is great. You're ranking down pretty far on those. So, mostly by, updating your page and with content and stuff like that will help you to rank with other keywords, because, 400 people look for house painting in Denver every month. So, these are really good search volumes, but they are a little bit harder keywords to get. You might be able to find some that are a little bit lower as far as like how hard they are to get. And if you can find them, that would be a really good idea, because you can rank those easier too. Let's just look over here. So the competitor has almost 2,000 keywords, or right at 2,000. So, just for example, 700 people look for Paint Denver every month. They're in position number 1, so they're bringing almost 200 every month. As far as like the potential for business, it's either a call or a form that was filled out, etc. Now, of course, that's their business name too, but it doesn't mean that you can't pull some from that as well, because maybe you do want to paint Denver, or use it in a different context rather than their name. So, here's that house painting in Denver, 450, and then, Victoria house painting, 350, Victorian houses exterior, 500, and these are a little lower, so they're easier for you to take them and rank for them. Interior painting in Denver, 300 people look every month, but that is an easier word to get as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you, was that there are ways for you to get more traffic by utilizing your website. I hope it was helpful for you, and I will reach out tomorrow and see if you've got some great feedback for me. Thank you.